Welcome back to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac from Roby Electric, along with Trent Hasten from the Roby family of companies. Trent, we are now joined by Kayleen McCabe, who's host of DIY Network's Rescue Renovation. She's also a licensed contractor. Kayleen, are you out there?
I am here, Patrick. Thank you so much for having me back on your show.
Oh, no problem. We're so thrilled you could be here. Now, obviously, this time you're joining us by phone. Tell us where you are.
So I am in Colorado. This is my hometown, and up in the mountains, actually, getting to enjoy a little bit of the fall/winter coming in. We get it a little bit earlier up at this altitude. So,
what's the temperature?
It's in the 50s, actually. It's really hot.
Oh,
It's really hot. I am a native to Colorado, so I'm used to snow happening in September or whenever. So it's perfect for fishing. I'll tell you what, it's the perfect temperature for being outside, hunting, fishing, enjoying the Rocky Mountains. So
now you were trout fishing, right? Now you were using a dry fly. Is that how you're doing that?
Well, I go through a bit of a few. We stocked a pond,
Oh,
and
nice.
so I mean. Sometimes the lady just has to catch a fish. They don't always have a stream I can go wander through, so they get a bit finicky. Sometimes they really like grasshoppers. Sometimes they like a top dweller. Sometimes a woolly booger. I don't know. I haven't figured them out yet. But every time I catch one, I name it, I give it a kiss, and I throw it back in the water. So I haven't eaten any yet. I'm going to let them grow for another year or two, and then have a field and stream party.
I hear you. That sounds fun.
Well, we will definitely be awaiting our invitation to that field and stream party, okay?
Done. Done in a heartbeat.
Now, Kayleen, I know you get around. You were talking about how all the places you've been recently, and you and I initially met in Fort Lauderdale at a NARI convention, and obviously, like most, I think we described you as a firecracker when you first came on the show because of your passion and energy towards workforce development, which is really something that comes up on this show almost every day, or almost every week, I should say.
No, and thanks for the firecracker. That's a good one. But it's my passion, genuinely. I was asked recently if I had all the money in the world, what would I be doing? And it was genuinely, I would still be traveling the world telling people, students, kids, that working in construction and the trades is an honorable and valuable profession, and we need people. We've swung too far, I think, with the post-secondary education solely focused on college. And now we kind of need to bring the pendulum back to the middle, where there are folks who work in the trades because, oh, my gosh, I'm sure in Colorado, too, we do not have enough people to handle these jobs. We have more jobs with people that it's ridiculous right now. And so I'm definitely passionate about telling folks that I love it. I love construction. I love being able to create with my hands and do this job. And so, firecracker, I think, is a very polite way to express my passion.
Well, I spoke about it a little bit in the first segment, but this past week we had, I'm the president of the Homebuilders Association of Greater Charlotte, and we had our Parade of Home Awards, and I talked to a fellow that works for one of our regional builders, and he said, I assume, and this is what I hear all the time now, he said, I assume you're crazier than ever. And I said, yeah, man, we're busy. We have all the busy problems now, not the slow problems, but the busy problems. And he said, yeah, in 2006, Mecklenburg County or whatever was doing 20,000 permits, and now we're doing 10. And we can't get it done because we don't have the labor. But in 2006, we had all the labor, and it's a shame, He said we can't even get our jobs done now, and we're doing half as much, and it just seems so much crazier because there's no talent. And him and I were talking. There's a combination of people from Central America during the recession went and found other things to do, or went back to Central America, and then also, the kids are not coming up. They're not going to trade schools. And I pull up your Facebook page, and the third posting I see is options for students who shouldn't go to college, and it's on U.S. News. So I just think that's so valuable. I mean, we got to fix this, or we got to work on it.
We do, and no, thank you. I am proud to be able to stand on the tallest platform I can and get the word out because I think it's a disservice to our youth that we are convincing them that the only way to be successful or have a great career and feel satisfied in life is if they have a college degree. Now, that might have been true a while ago, but right now the debt associated with that is really high, and the jobs to fulfill that debt need, it isn't there, not in mass anymore. And so I really think that it's a shame that we've said you can't be successful because, quite frankly, I don't have a college degree. I tried 3 different colleges and 3 different semesters, and none of them fit. And I think I'm pretty successful. I think I've done all right for myself. And so it's because of construction. It's because of working in the trades. And can we bring people back into the country who are skilled? We need them to fill the gap, but we should also be encouraging hardcore the youth to consider this as a wonderful career and something to be proud of doing. I use the same power tools as a doctor doing a knee replacement. Why am I different? I am a surgeon on a house. I'm taking the most valuable investment that someone will ever have, and they're putting it in my hands and asking it to be better. That's why I'm really excited to also work with the folks at NARI, because I'm able to say, oh, you're a NARI member? You understand that passion as much as I do. It's something powerful. And so now we're gonna inspire the kids. Just know that, gosh, our ROI is still growing. It's still 5 years out, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen because the technology coming in is fantastic. The need for employment is amazing. And the value that people find by working with their hands is really powerful.
Well, you say that, Kayleen, and I know pretty much every NARI conference I go to across the country, and I've been to several since we first met in Fort Lauderdale. It's amazing. You get a group of contractors around a table, and it always comes back to this conversation: is the lack of workforce and the need for workforce development. And it's really difficult. I don't think it's an easy problem to solve. You mentioned a 5-year type deal. It just kind of boils down to, in the schools, we've kind of made it not cool to work with your hands, which is far from the truth, as you indicate.
Yeah, it's sad, actually. I believe that working with your hands, whether it's in automotive, construction, culinary, these are all ways to express math. And it's a visual way. And, even choir, it's the same fractions, well, here in the States, not worldwide, but it's a powerful thing to have and be able to do that. And it is a shame. But what's fantastic is that a lot of members of NARI are stepping up across the country. In fact, a lot of just contractors across the country are saying, no, I want to pass this knowledge on. And that is where we're going to see the change, is contractors right now stepping up and saying, I have knowledge, I want to pass it on. I want to encourage my kids. I want to encourage my neighbors' kids that this is a great profession, because it is. Gosh, this is what makes the world go round. We don't have roads, buildings, radio shows, and blogs without people actually building buildings and the components to make it run.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to replace the human need on the construction side to build America as we continue to grow. The same guy said, man, and this fellow's like 60, and he said, man, I got into the construction business because I loved it so daggone much. Now I wish we could find other people that have that passion that are 30 years younger, and things would be a lot easier. And there's great money in the occupation as well.
Yes.
Patrick and I always say, if a kid came to us in high school and said, hey, I want to work my summers for a couple years, I'll make minimum wage, and then when I get out, I'm not even going to talk about money. I'm just going to go work, and you please always notice that what I do, and notice when people brag about me. That kid's going to be making above average salary by the time he's 22 or 20, or she is 22 or 23 years old. It's a fact. And and we have benefits. So we have 401k, we have 401k matching. Instead, these kids think you got to go to college, and then they take on this debt, and then they get a degree in something that's, quite frankly, oftentimes not even practical. And as my dad always said, you never get a car loan when you start out because you never overcome it. Well, think about college debt that's 10 times a car loan. So.
Well, as we come up on a break, Kayleen, I know you're going to stay with us. It's hard to. That was a fast 10 minutes, wasn't it?
Right, too too slow or too fast?
Well,
Okay,
we
I'll
got
come
you.
back.
We got you for one more segment, I think. So, folks, you're listening to At Home with Roby. We're with Kayleen McCabe from DIY Networks Rescue Renovation. We'll be right back.